everyone. So this morning I'm going to make some breakfast muffins. I'm going to try to make, I'm not going to make a huge batch, but I want to make some so that we at least have some for like this morning and tomorrow morning for breakfast. Since we're doing the pantry challenge, I wanted to go ahead and pre-make some breakfast stuff. So I'm going to do oatmeal, cranberry breakfast muffins. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take 1 1/4 cup of oats, and then you're going to need 1 1/4 cup of milk. Now, I'll put a link up top of how I did the milk so that I don't have to use up my other milk, what I did for the store, the substitute of milk. So you're going to do 1 1/4 cup of milk. Give it a stir. Alright, I'm going to let those sit for just a minute. I try to let them sit for about 10-15 minutes. I've already got my oven heating at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So now in this bowl, so while those are soaking, you're going to take a separate bowl, and I'm going to do half a cup. You can do pecans. I don't have any more, so I'm going to actually use pine nuts. So I'm going to do a half a cup of pine nuts, and then a half a cup of brown sugar. I will also post a link on how I make my brown sugar. You don't need to buy brown sugar anymore. So I will post a link on how I make my brown sugar. Okay, so we're going to kind of break that up. And you do want the half a cup of brown sugar, you want it packed. A packed cup, not a loose. Okay, now I'm going to do 2/3 cup of cranberries. Kind of mix that around. And then a half a cup of oil. I use olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, but I am using olive oil. So I'm going to mix that up really good. Now, instead of 1 egg, I'm going to use 1/4 cup of applesauce. And once again, I will put a link up top of the video on egg substitutes so that when you want to make muffins and all that, you don't have to use up your eggs. So instead of an egg, I did applesauce, but there's a lot of substitutes for egg. Okay. And then you can either do 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, or I'm actually going to do both. So I'm doing a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of whole wheat flour, and then the same amount, a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Now it's still a soft amount, so before I add the other bag of flour, or bag, good grief, the other cup of flour, I need put my eyeballs on, teaspoon. I need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. This little container is so old, but I just refill it because I buy the baking powder in the big bags. But I just refill it because I love that little lip right there to level it out. So again, it's 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Mix that in really good. You can double this recipe. You do not have to do the smaller batches. I'm just doing the smaller batches because I don't want any of them to go to waste. And I could freeze some of them, but I'm actually trying to clear out certain things from my freezer, so I don't want to add more to my freezer. So that was the 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of the all-purpose flour. Okay, now it's getting light. Sides of your bowl. Make sure you're getting all the flour off the bottom of your bowl as well. Okay, right now it is almost like a cookie dough. But now we're going to add our milk with our oats into it. Super easy, super quick recipe. Healthy, delicious. Oops. Oh, I missed the bowl, maybe. You just want to mix it in really good. Make sure that it's not like, I mean, obviously it's going to be chunky because you have oatmeal and cranberries and nuts and all that in there. But you want to make sure none of it is like formed or stuck in a ball. Alrighty. If you don't have the little paper cups, you can just spray your muffin tin or wipe it down with oil. Oops, I am making a huge mess. Imagine that. When do I not? You're going to fill your little cups about 1/2 to 3/4 full. 3/4 might be a little too much, but we'll see. This is actually, looks like it's going to make more than 6. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. We'll just be eating breakfast muffins every day for breakfast so that none of it goes to waste. Okay, let's try 3 more. Because these are the extra large cupcake papers. These aren't your standard itty bitty little cupcake papers. If you did your standard cupcake papers, it would probably definitely make 12. I figured it would probably only make 6 since I was using the bigger ones. But I like the larger papers for breakfast muffins. Alright, so I'm going to finish filling these and then we will get them in the oven. So this ended up actually making 9 of the big ones. So I said the littler cups, it will probably make more than that. So now what I want to do, let me just get a scooping apparatus. I'm just going to take a little bit of the brown sugar and just kind of sprinkle the tops. Now if you're doing like this with crushed pecans, you can sprinkle the top with brown sugar and the pecans as well. I'm not going to put any nuts on top just because I was using pine nuts and those are really expensive. With doing this pantry challenge, you start to see what you use more of, and I've definitely realized we go through a lot of like different types of nuts. So we will probably be stocking up a little more on those this year. There we go. So that we have them for different recipes. Because I got to thinking about it, and I guess we use them for pies. We use them for our breakfast muffins. Sometimes I just snack on them just to snack on them. So, so anyway, I'm going to get this in the oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes, and then show you the final result, and we'll even do a taste test. So our muffins are ready, and we are going to try one. That one kind of spilled over, but oh, Barry's like, woohoo! They are still really hot because I just got them out of. Okay, so let's get it this way. Ooh, look at that. You want ghee on yours?
Mm-hmm.
Let it melt in there. Oh, yum. Ooh, that is super hot. Here, I'll give you that so that it... That is really hot. You want a fork so you don't burn your fingers?
Got my kayak fingers on it.
Huh?
I'm good.
You're dropping pieces.
That's good. Yeah, that's yummy. Yeah.
Ooh, hot.
I'm not sparing.
Super moist. And even though we went with the pine nuts instead of the pecans, they're not overpowering. The cranberries add a nice touch. I love it. Well, anyway, that is going to be our breakfast for the next, 3 days. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when I have new videos out. And we will catch you on the next video.